Hey there everybody. By the time this video is over, you should be confident that the prices you give your clients are suitable for your work without overselling or underselling yourself. So like I talked about in my previous video, the prices in the design industry often don't correlate with the skill of the artist, and rather the reputation you have and the way you brand yourself. Obviously, your work shouldn't suck if you're charging thousands per project, but you don't need 15 years of experience or to be unusually talented to charge higher prices either. If you want to charge more, offer to provide more value instead of lowering your price. For your reference, here's a hypothetical project proposal. So let's say you've gotten in contact with a client with a small but established e-commerce business or maybe a product on Amazon. They may tell you that they want 6 different renders of different angles of their product with just like a plain white background or something. You're thinking to yourself, okay, I have to model this product and it's kind of complicated. I want to charge $2,000, but I know that they're thinking to themselves, 2,000 divided by 6 is 333, and 333 feels like a lot to pay if you're the client's perspective. So instead of lowering your price, try offering that 2,000, except if they don't like it, instead of lowering your price, you can try to offer them 4K resolution versions of all 6 images, as well as versions of all 6 with a transparent background that they can just drag and drop onto any, marketing materials or anything like that, websites. And then if you feel inclined, you can also offer like a 3-second looping animation for their website or marketing material or whatever else. And if you've done any form of animation, you know that once you have a product model, making it spin is not really that much work. And then obviously you can just remind them that once the 3D model is created, it can be reused as many times as needed, which means in the future, if they come back for more work, you won't have to factor modeling into the price. So with only 2 hours max of additional work, getting the transparent background versions and maybe the 360 looping animation, which you can just bake out overnight, that $2,000 price tag you propose goes from feeling a bit steep to a pretty major bargain. And I should say that the type of additional value you can offer isn't one size fits all. You might have to take a look at their Instagram or their website or whatever else to do your research, but kind of just use this as a baseline to see what you can do to help. Real quick, I wanted to take a brief intermission to announce that I am opening a Discord community for those of you who want to network with other 3D artists. If you're looking to grow your career as a product renderer or whatever else, this is a free place for you to network with other artists. And if you have any questions about anything, you can find me in there as well. I'll do my best to respond to all the questions, but I just wanted to say the community is totally free. It is now open and the link is in the description, so join up. Now I wanted to take a sec to talk about the quality of clients. So when people start doing 3D for people, they almost always start with a major scarcity mindset. I know this was the case for me. When you're starting, clients often don't come easy, so you're kind of feeling tempted to undersell yourself, and you'll do just about anything at this stage to not go back to the looking for clients phase, which is pretty tedious, as we all know. I also have a video about finding clients if you're interested. And I'm hesitant to say this, but to be honest, I feel like underselling yourself is totally fine at the beginning. Your main goal at the very beginning isn't to just get rich as soon as possible. It's kind of a good idea to start with something low stakes. There's so many small things to learn that I can't teach you in these videos, and you're kind of bound to fumble the bag a few times and make mistakes, sleep through calls, whatever else. But you're also going to learn valuable lessons extremely quickly just by taking action and doing things. There's just so many little nuances and things that you're going to have to learn and kind of build an intuition for that I just can't teach you in these videos. For reference, my very first project was $100. It was a few hours of work, but it kind of solidified that my work has value. And then one thing I also wanted to mention is that if you feel really tempted to charge low prices, you may be working with clients that are simply too small. Ideal clients are not going to be first-time entrepreneurs or people on a major budget. And yeah, there's no real way to immediately throw yourself into a large client network. That's just sort of something you build up over time. But I do have a video about the exact steps I took to network to get where I am now. Another thing that feels really important for me to remind you of is it's okay to let your clients know that you're raising your prices. If you manage to gain a few repeat clients, don't be afraid to eventually tell them something like, hey man, I just can't afford to take on projects of this size anymore. If you're looking to grow, you need to just adopt a continuous growth mindset and kind of take back some of the power in the sense that you know your worth, and if you really want to grow, you're just gonna kind of have to leave people behind if they can't keep up with you. Now, I get a lot of questions about what the ceiling is for 3D work prices, and I guess there isn't really a world where a client will be stoked about spending $10,000 for a single render by itself, unless you're a super established artist with a unique style. But in most cases, breaking into larger projects basically just requires greater networking and essentially finding clients with larger budgets. And yeah, to be totally clear, it isn't uncommon for an agency to charge, $70,000 for design services or something. So for those kinds of prices, freelancers or agencies usually provide other services, not just design. For example, they may have exceptional insight into social media strategy or to be able to build a well thought out marketing campaign. So while the design work alone that they're doing isn't worth $70,000 to $100,000. The kind of brains that goes into developing like a brand identity or a really meticulously planned animation video ad or something, that's kind of where those prices get justified, because it's not only like the design labor that you're doing, but it's also the strategy and the kind of finesse that you have with like the consumer's mind, I guess. So yeah, this is the main reason I've re-angled my career, to leverage my limited experience with marketing as well. If you want an introduction to this rabbit hole on marketing and advertising, check out this video I made about it. There's also a link in the description. Anyways, just as an overview, pricing is a pretty complicated topic that will vary from project to project. But in general, I would say if you're looking for growth, quoting on the higher end of what you think is acceptable and then offering to provide more value if it's sounding like it's not going to work too well with your client is usually a good way to go. I wish I could give you guys more like solid numbers to work with, but it really just isn't like that. So I'm hoping that this video kind of helps you explain my thinking when it comes to prices, and hopefully you're able to kind of just intuitively work with that and build off of it. So hopefully you guys got some good value out of this video. If you're a 3D artist and you want more videos about making money online, please hit me with a like and subscribe. Also, feel free to comment any questions you have about this, although I will be more reachable on our new community Discord server. So I hope to see you there, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. See ya.